November. This is Hotel Romeo for India Sierra. I am ready for the event. Over. Hello. First of all, hi and buongiorno, Italy. So the experiments we can conduct in space, especially in the medical field, improve directly the way we could solve problems, medical problems on Earth. Over. I'm very joyful in nature, so I was already very happy before, but since I arrived in space, I'm even happier. Over. Hello, very good question. So in microgravity, the dominant force is not gravity anymore. So it enables to let appear less dominant force. For example, in space, we hear in the space station, we hear a lot of the technological noises. Here the ISS is a giant laboratory, so we hear valves, we'll hear clicks, we'll hear fans, we'll hear ventilation. And so what about the smell? The smell inside the station is like a home, but outside the space, when we come back from EVA, it smells a little bit like something burns. Over. Hi, when we leave Earth, we feel a big push, like a big force that the rocket will push us to leave the atmosphere. So this is like a giant ride, and yeah, it's very fun. Over. Hi, the most visible effects on global warming are sometimes the dryness, and especially the lakes that become more and more. And also sometimes the forests that aren't, you see that there are not as numerous. We can also see some fires, unfortunately. Over. Hi, the hardest task in space is for sure a spacewalk. When we go in our space outside the International Space Station, it's the hardest, is the most challenging task for both astronauts and ground teams as well. Over. Hello, I would love to be able to answer this question, but I don't know. I was not able to see this, and so what I can see, but it's very beautiful, is all the auroras from space. Over. Hello, we have a very busy schedule here. We are doing some medical experiments, some scientific experiments, and also some station maintenance. It's both our home and a laboratory, so we have to do maintenance. And sometimes it's big things like fix the toilet. Over. Hello, yes, definitely. When you see the Earth so beautiful and you see the very, very thin atmosphere, you really want to do everything you want to protect the environment. Over. Yes, I wanted to become an astronaut when I was a little kid. Dreaming a lot about this, but I had no idea how I would make it happen, and here we go today, so we have it. And I wish you the best. Over. Here's an example. We are using the way crystals are growing in space to really find using crystal growth in particular. So,